Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you, sir?
They said you wanted to file a complaint on Dink?
Hey, he had his gun right there. He put his hand on it. When I drove up, they tried to block off the property.
When you drove up where?
To the tavern. I went to the tavern this morning because I had to go drop some stuff off and get some paperwork. So...
What time?
I'm not exactly sure the exact time. It was just before or after 9. It was like 9:15-ish.
Today?
Yes, sir.
What's today? 2nd?
Yes. I was on the phone with the dispatcher. I left. I'm not causing any problems. If you take a look, there's no weapons. Everything has been removed. It's all been given back to John, his guns.
I thought they were yours.
Everybody thinks a lot of things, just like they think I was born in 42 or something.
Why? Where are you born?
74. You guys know that. I've showed my ID to you guys enough. I'm going to step over here if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I have nothing, see? I guess I'm a threat, so.
Why? What happened?
You denied me. Of course.
What do you mean?
My injunctions.
Stop the fence building?
No, for the harassment injunctions.
Who'd you file a harassment on?
Dink, Terry, and Shannon.
Dink?
Yeah.
Shannon? Who's Shannon?
The girl who said that I flashed her gun at her and made a foreign statement in front of this judge. That I tried pointing my gun and I yelled at her and made multiple threats. You want to see the restraining orders? They're fucking hilarious.
Shannon? What's her last name?
Williams. Ben Williams' husband. Or
Wife.
Whatever.
I didn't know her name was Shannon. When did this happen? A separate incident? Or is she talking about the same incident?
You guys are going to get subpoenaed for it, so...
Why?
Because you were all going to court.
For...
that incident that happened on the 31st. Then I brandished my gun at her work, and I've made repeated threats to her. I don't even know who she is. They denied my protective order because I don't talk to her.
Will branded a gun at work. What does it say? Will branded a gun at work. What's that?
I don't know. I can't read it. Want the readers?
No, I can see it. I just don't know what word it is.
Neither do I.
At work. Oh, boundary? At work boundaries?
I didn't brandish anything. I got out.
And has made repeated threats toward myself. So she's talking about the incident with the diggers?
I don't know, sir. I'd have to get in here, and that's Terry's.
But you made threats? Did you make threats to Shannon?
I didn't talk to anybody.
No.
You know, I talked to only the diggers, and then I walked inside. I didn't...
Yeah.
I wasn't there, so you and Arona are going to be subpoenaed.
How can you subpoena us?
You guys were there. Unfortunately, no charges were given.
But I think the county attorney has to subpoena us.
I can also do it for civil, too.
How do you do it? Did they
My
give you
lawyer's
paperwork?
gotta file a paperwork. No, these guys, no.
Did you threaten Terry?
No. I didn't even talk. Did she tell you I threatened her yesterday?
She didn't tell me, no.
So these are open lies.
When are we supposed to get subpoenaed?
I'm working on it today.
But I mean, for what date?
September 8th.
What time?
1 p.m.
Here?
Yes.
That ain't too bad. So what?
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm still trying to remove it from this office because just like with Dink threatening me today and putting his hand on his gun.
Your tire's low, man.
She says that's not threatening, and I guess me getting out of a vehicle with a gun pointed downwards is.
Yeah, but she doesn't
She
know.
just made that ruling.
But she don't know the case.
Doesn't matter. She made the ruling on it. Unfortunately, it shows how biased this is.
What happened today?
I drove up because I had to get something out of the bar, and they had the easement blocked up. They were on the property.
Who's they?
The builders were. If you want, we'll go back and I'll review the video with you.
Hey, that reminds me. Go ahead, finish.
So we had that, and then I got out of my vehicle. There was a lady.
So the same diggers are there?
They're building the fence.
You didn't have another confrontation with them, did you?
I did nothing. I got out of my vehicle. I went inside the bar. I got my item that I needed. I had to, because I printed out some of this paperwork I needed for this court at the bar. So I got those items. I got back in, got in my car, And that's when Dink had his hand on his gun and Terry had hers.
Where was Dink?
Dink was standing off to the side over in the corner. Like he was going to pull it out.
On the
he had
porch?
his hand like this.
Like what side of the building?
To the left.
Where the easement is?
Yes.
So he's by the building or by the front door? Or
By
where?
the building. The front door isn't visible from the barn. And
So
that's when he had his gun.
Okay. What guns he have?
I don't know what type of gun it is. He put his hand like this, like he was going to do something, because he had his arms like this, and then he went down like this.
What were you doing at the time?
I was getting inside my vehicle. I called dispatch.
So you're in the bar parking lot?
Yes.
Getting in the...
I said nothing and I did nothing. I have all the video. We can go there and get it.
And Terry did what? Did what? If you can't describe his
She
gun...
had hers, it's a silver gun with a black handle.
That's Dink?
That's Dink.
I was going to say, if you can't describe it, how do you know you saw a gun? So it's a silver gun, like stainless?
Yes.
What kind? Like a revolver?
It's like a little revolver. It's like a 357 38 revolver. And I don't know if Terry had a gun or not. She made an motion like she had one.
Like what?
She went like this, like she was going to pull something out. She had it underneath her little jacket.
But you didn't see nothing?
No, sir.
You're talking about Terry Felipe?
Yeah. If she would have done that to you, you would have shot her. You would have been a little nervous. Hey, I'm just saying, if you reach for something, right?
So you're saying she made a movement like she had a gun, or
Yes,
she
sir.
was going to
It
pull
was
one
a very
out?
threatening manner. And I said nothing to nobody, and they were trespassed. They were on the property and over the property. I didn't say anything to them. We've already told you guys I don't want them on the property. So, and we trespassed them.
But they weren't on your property, are they?
They were.
They were?
Yes, sir.
Where at?
Over the edge, on the line.
Who was? I thought you said they're
builders
by
were.
the bill. Oh,
The builders were.
the diggers?
Their vehicles were on the property.
So you're saying them diggers are on your property?
They were. I drove off and left.
And you have video of that?
Probably. It's at the bar. I will go get it and download it.
They were
for you.
standing on your property? The machines
The
on
machine
your
was
property?
on my property. I don't know if they were on it or not. I need to review the entire film.
Huh. And that yellow digger machine's what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Is that it?
Yep. Your dispatch guy is really much of a jerk.
I think he just comes across like that. He's real matter of fact. I don't think he was meaning to be a
Well,
jerk.
he kept interrupting me.
'Cause
I had
I
the whole
thought-
conversation on tape.
He's new, and I thought that too when I first talked to him on the phone. But it's just him, man. It's
He's
just
like, well, you keep repeating. I'm like, listen, you keep interrupting me,
oh
sir.
well, I don't know about that.
Well, I got the whole thing on
What?
my dashboard cam. It's got audio too.
Well, how come there was no audio on the one
Because
you
I didn't
showed
hit
us?
the button. This time I'm smart enough to hit the button.
That reminds me, you didn't give me all the videos. There's a camera on that corner by that other alley on the south side, like the southwest corner.
Okay.
There's a camera there.
Yeah.
It was pointing right at the incident
I
the
showed
other
it to
day.
Arona. It didn't show anything because the food truck is in the way. And I was parked
It
right
don't
next
look
to
like the food truck was in the way.
Okay, I can.
I stood right at the thing.
I
I
can
was on
turn
your
it over.
property, by the way.
I asked Arona, and
I stood right at the camera. It looks like it's facing right where the incident happened.
But Arona actually saw the video, and he goes, "I don't need that." That's what he said. So that's why I didn't include it.
Well, can you give me a copy of that?
Yes, sir. I got no
Because
problem.
otherwise, people are going to be like, "Well, you don't have all the angles."
I have no problem turning.
How long will that take? 9 hours again?
No. I'll go back to the bar and I'll do it this afternoon.
All right. Well, can you
I'm-
call me when you have it done? And if you have, look, I don't want to get involved in this stupid feud you guys are having. But if they're on your
Unfortunately-
property, if you have a video of them on your property, make me a copy of that too.
I will.
All right? Because
I'm
if-
not trying to have a problem.
if
Unfortunately,
you can't be on their property, they shouldn't be on yours either. I agree.
That's what was said.
But
So,
the issue with both of you guys is
this
you're
is gonna
both
get ugly. You
no,
know
but
that,
you're
right?
both businesses.
Doesn't matter. This is gonna get ugly. You know
Like-
that. Nobody's gonna win. Everything is gonna get fucked
No,
up.
I know.
This is going to involve you guys so much that it doesn't need to be.
No.
Unfortunately, at this point in time, and I'll tell you this, with Dink pulling his gun, when he drives to the parking lot, which he does,
But he
I'm
didn't
going to
pull a gun.
okay.
You told me that he just...
He put his hand on it with
Right.
his threatening motions.
Right.
Every time Dink is around me, I'm going to be calling you guys since you have now removed my protection.
I didn't
So
take
this
you
is-
your gun. I gave you your
You're
gun.
part of the state. Unfortunately, since the state has now removed my ability to defend myself.
What are you talking about? I
That
didn't take...
restraining order. I'm not allowed to touch it. Not allowed to have a gun. All my guns are removed.
Who took them?
I gave them back to the rightful owner.
Oh.
This here says I'm not allowed to be in possession of a firearm.
Oh, I didn't read that.
I carry somewhere in the neighborhood. I'm following every rule. I follow the laws.
And that's why you're having a hearing?
Well, that's what we're going to have a hearing. Because I dispute this. First of all, I never threatened Shannon Williams. You need to testify to that because she never told you that during the thing. I have to bring as a witness.
But she may have told Arona that.
I'm bringing Arona too.
Was she there?
Yes, I guess so. I don't know who she is.
I don't remember. I thought the only people outside were Zoki, Dink, Felipe, and the two diggers.
Here is what she put in court documents.
Who?
Shannon Williams.
Yeah, I read it. I read it.
That she was there.
I read it.
And that I threatened her with a gun.
It don't say she was there. She just said you threatened her with a gun.
I didn't.
She said Will branded a gun. I think what she means is brandish a gun, and it says at work boundaries.
Are you brandishing? And I've made repeated threats to her. I don't even know who she is.
Yeah.
Are you brandishing a gun because it's there?
No, I think brandishing means taking it out and waving it around. That's
But I didn't. You guys determined that. I didn't do that.
Well,
and if you even look in the video,
I didn't determine anything.
Okay, but if you look in the video on the dashboard cam, I'm holding it with my left hand. I have a cigarette in my right hand.
That reminds me. You keep reminding me of stuff. The other day, those guys said when you stepped out of your truck, you loaded a magazine.
No, sir. It's always loaded.
I mean, not loaded. You put the magazine in the gun.
No, sir. It's always loaded. All my guns are always loaded.
But both of them said.
It's an impossible situation.
And we interviewed them separately.
It's unfortunately all my guns always have one in the chamber.
I'm not saying you racked around. They said when you got out of the truck, you got out and you had that magazine. They described it with American flag, and you put it.
I didn't put it in. It's always in. That's how it stays in between the seats, because it sits right here, and then it sits with the magazine in the seat. Otherwise, it flops all over the place. That's how it holds it in.
Wonder why they said that. Were you holding it by the magazine?
Yes. As you can see in the video, I was holding it with my left hand right off the magazine.
See, that's why they're saying that?
I don't know why they're saying it. You'd have to ask them why they're saying it.
Well,
I can only tell you what I did and what I normally do and always do.
There's a couple seconds on that video when you get out. Like when you're standing right where you're at now, you're not on video.
It's 5 seconds.
I don't even know that it's that. It's about 3 to 4 seconds maybe.
I thought it was about 5 seconds.
But I mean, what I'm getting at is technically, you could have pointed it at them then.
It's down here. It doesn't fit. There's physical limitations here. And then you can see on the video where it jars. Let me make sure my door's not locked. Where did I put my keys?
Whose truck is this one?
Sorry, what?
Whose truck is this?
This is ours.
You and your wife, you mean?
When you did that, and I slammed the door, you can see it on the video, and then it takes 3 seconds for me to walk in front. So, and I'm walking like this. And right here, I'm on video.
What are you saying?
I asked them to stop. I'm called the sheriff's department, and then I walked away. I wasn't even that angry, because I didn't even get into a fight with them.
You're driving angry.
Okay,
See, I agree, it don't look as bad on the dash cam, the driving, but the kid moved out of the way.
and he didn't dive out of the way in any sense of urgency. So you could see from his actions that it wasn't that I was coming up and trying to kill him. When you walk out of the way and you're like this, say I was standing behind him, oh, well, I just go like this. Mm-hmm. Now, if he slammed and I dive, there's a big difference.
I just wonder why those guys are both saying it wouldn't be a problem either way. It doesn't change anything, but I wonder why they say
I'm trying to
you,
act like I didn't. I don't know why.
like you inserted the magazine.
I didn't. My magazine is always.
So you're
inserted.
holding it like this?
Yes, in the video. It
Show
shows
me how you picked it up.
I go like this. Pick it up. Go like this.
But you
underneath
got
it.
out first and then picked it up?
Yes.
Or you just grabbed it on the way
No,
out?
I got out.
And then reached back in?
That's what I always do.
And it was already had the magazine was
Yes.
in it? And then how are you holding it when you get
like
out?
this. It's on the video.
With that hand?
Yes, and I have a cigarette in this hand.
And the butt's here?
No, it's just right up here.
Yeah.
It's
I remember.
pointed down, and it's.
I watched it.
There was
So,
no intent to
You're
do
wanting to
anything.
file a report on Dink for
Well,
this?
I am. I'm going to go appeal her decision.
Because you felt threatened? How do you appeal it?
I can. Everything's appealable, sir.
But do you have to go to another court?
Yes.
Super court?
I don't know. I will get advice from my lawyer today.
You didn't ask?
The information they give me is incorrect.
I didn't know you could.
See? That wasn't trying to run you over.
I
You
know.
moved softly. Swiftly but softly. See?
I didn't know that you could appeal a injunction or harassment order.
Everything is appealable.
No, I mean, I know if you get served with one, but I didn't know if you didn't.
I can file another one or appeal her decision.
All right.
So it doesn't matter. I have it all written down for the 5-6 years of the continual harassment.
But my point about that other video is, it looks like it would catch you in them few seconds.
In
That
the
ain't.
front, yes, I have it. We can
Does
go-
it show you getting out of the truck?
No,
How is that possible?
because it's blocking it.
Did you show the judge the video?
Wasn't allowed to.
Because she might have to hear a prelim or something.
I don't know. I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, I
Fortunately,
can.
she has a lot of limitations.
Well, I can understand that.
Especially when it comes to me.
What are you trying to do?
I'll show you the video.
The one that Arona said he didn't want?
Yes.
Well, we gotta have it, dude. Just so.
Well, I don't have any.
Because I can't go in court and be like, oh, he said the video, don't show it.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I got no problem turning it over.
I believe you.
Just from what your investigation is. That's all.
I
And the
believe you.
fact that you talked to Shannon Williams or the people there, and she never complained that I did anything.
I didn't interview her about the case. I talked to her. I didn't talk to her
Since this is civil,
just one-on-one. We
Unfortunately-
talked to a group of them in the office, and apparently she was one of them. I didn't know who she was at the time either.
since this is civil,
But Arona may have interviewed her. I didn't like to go and interview her about this case. I don't know the civil.
since this is civil, you guys deal with a lot of civil.
Yeah, we do, but we try not to get involved in it because it involves us in lawsuits.
Every traffic citation is a civil suit.
Not all of them.
Well, see, there's the video of that on here. I don't know if you can see it or not. You might want to take off your glasses.
Hang on, let me get my reading glasses. Hold up.
There's me pulling up.
Damn.
I'm behind. I'm sorry. That's what I am.
I gotta have a
And
copy
you
of
can
it.
actually see this guy's, both of these guys, neither of them are afraid of me.
Well, he put his hands up.
And he put it down. That's it. It less than a second. There was no gun flashed at him. The dash where I'm
Yeah.
holding the
Yeah,
gun,
I gotta have a copy of that.
that's fine.
That sucks. I thought it was gonna show it.
I'm not lying. That's why I said. And then you can actually see me walk around, and the gun is strapped over my shoulder and hanging down.
So can you call me when you get that? And then if you have the diggers on your property, give me a copy of that.
You get it? I'm trying to do everything.
Do I need to give you a flash drive? I don't have one on me. I'd have to go to the office.
All right. Otherwise, just give me back my flash drives.
I don't have them.
Well, I know. Arona does.
Well, do you want me to go get one?
If you would, I mean, or if I can just give you one and just bring it back when you're done transferring it. I've never tried to be this difficult with you guys. And 99% of the time, I just mind my own business over there. If you take a look at who's doing something, it's not me.
Well, you caused that incident the other day.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. If you just would have went up there without the rifle, we wouldn't even be talking.
Do I have a right to carry my rifle?
I told you before, it's not about your right, dude.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
I came in. I've got a picture of Dink with his hand on his gun.
Okay, I agree you
as
have...
I drove up. So I'm coming into a hostile situation.
I agree you have a right to carry a gun, but what I'm saying is when you got out to talk to the diggers, you shouldn't have, you should have just left it in the...
How do I know what I was getting into?
They're digging a hole. They're not packing heat.
I don't know that. You're making assumptions. See, what's really funny is that any assumption on my behalf is not allowed.
I'm just saying, this incident wouldn't have... They may have called and say you drove up and yelled at them or something, but there wouldn't be this gun thing.
How do I know that they didn't try to... Dink would have shot me. How do I know who else had a gun? Does everybody have a gun up here?
I thought you and Dink were buddies.
No, Dink hates me.
But that's recent.
Dink hates me because you seized his vehicle and he thinks that I turned on him.
Dink's the one that told me he couldn't have drove through the alley without running her over.
I get it. It doesn't... See, unfortunately, if you take a look at Dink, Dink also said that I handcuffed John.
But we gave him his vehicle back. All we did was take evidence out of it.
You know what? I understand. But Dink thinks...
Yeah, I know.
It's not about rationale with Dink. You know that.
Well, I don't think Dink's going to shoot you.
I do.
I don't think he would have shot you that day.
Yes, I do.
I saw on the video when you're driving in.
You listen to Dink talk about his stories about how he's flashed guns at people and shot at them and done this and done that.
But Dink and Terry, when you're pulling up, Dink and Terry are walking like toward the office.
And he's got his hand on his gun. I got a picture of it.
Huh.
I'm bringing it in. I'm just telling you, I felt threatened. And I know that you guys driving into the situation would have felt just as threatened.
So are you want me to go get a flash drive? It'll take me like 5 minutes or so.
Well, I can do it. I can give it to you there. I can give you the download.
Huh?
I can give you the download.
What do you mean?
We can give you the download. I can. I mean, would you want me to follow it? I mean, what? I don't know how long this, what you want. Or you want me to give it to you from the bar or what?
Well, I need to get you a flash drive.
I know you guys are going to be there all night because I know Dink likes to drive around, and unfortunately, when Dink gets close to me, I feel that he's threatening me. This is going to involve you guys.
Do you know where the office is?
1,000. I don't know where anything is. I don't do this stuff.
Well, I'll go grab it. Are you going to wait here? It'll be like 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. All right.